Jay, can you address Bashaud Breeland being cited for simple marijuana possession and how that might affect his status with the team?
Well, I addressed it with them, and we'll keep the conversation between us. But he's well aware of what he has to do to get it fixed, and we got to just move forward. And hopefully, he learns from a terrible mistake.
How disappointing is that for you to see that happen?
That's disappointing. It's he's a young kid and has had a great camp, and it's a little hiccup, bump in the road for him that he's got to learn from, that a lot of kids go through at his age. So he'll learn from it, and we'll all move forward from this, hopefully.
Redskins players were talking about coming off the field today was the competition level, how high it's picked up now that you guys are back here, knowing that this week is so important. Is it something you're observing? Are you seeing that as well?
Yeah, what the most exciting thing was, before we left Richmond, the offense really took it to the defense the last day, and I think they remembered that. I know the coaches remembered that. So today, they geared it up a notch, and offensively, we didn't quite match the intensity level. So it was great to see our defense come out with a chip on their shoulder, rush the quarterback, communicate very well in 2 minutes, and they had a great day today. But there's some great execution going on both sides of the ball. Special teams, guys were flying around. It's a great day out here today. The weather was, 75 degrees. It's beautiful. I needed a golf club. But it was a great day and a great intensity. We got a lot done today, so it was fun to see.
Jay, you allowed Bashaud to practice on Tuesday and then again today. What went into that decision?
Who?
Bashaud Breeland.
I let him practice?
Yes.
Because he's on the team, and he was allowed to practice.
Was there any type of discipline, or how do you
talked
handle
about it? Yeah, we're going to talk about it. How we're going to discipline him is what we'll do in-house, and we've got it all taken care of. Burchard understands the severity of what he did, and he's going to have to face the consequences with, the citation that he got and move forward.
Jay, I'm curious how the unusual preseason schedule you have might affect your plans as far as playing starters, and how usually a coach will game plan for the third preseason game more so and treat it as the dress rehearsal. But the fact that you've had this long layoff and then you have a short one, does that affect you in any way, and how much are you game planning for this second game?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's something we've talked about a lot as far as should we play everybody in the second preseason game and rest people for the third because it's a short week. But we decided to treat the second game like a second preseason game and the third preseason game the one we're going to really prepare for, and treat it like a game week, and have the meetings in the morning and then practice and get them acclimated to what it's going to be like during the season. So unfortunately, it kind of just fit Monday, Saturday, but at least we still have a couple good days we prepare for Baltimore. But moving forward for preseason game 2, we'll treat it like second preseason game, get the starters just a few more reps than they did last week, and then get ready for Baltimore for preseason 3.
Planning involved for the second one?
There's a little bit, not as much as there would be for 3.
Unless something happens, it looks like you're going to have all your guys healthy on offense that you didn't have last night. How much are you looking forward to seeing how Pierre and Deshaun and Robert and all them do together in the game?
Yeah, we're excited to see them run out and compete, get them in a game situation and see how they do. Just get the rust off of them, and it's important for them to try to get some kind of continuity with the quarterback and the offense in general. Just the speed of breaking the huddle on game day, and how many plays in a row can you go without getting tired? If I send them deep, can they come back and dig out a first force block, or can they run deep again 2 or 3 times in a row? So we'll see what kind of stamina they have. They look like they're doing well out here at practice, but game day speed is a little bit different, and hopefully they can handle it.
Jay, why wasn't Merriweather standing on the sidelines today?
He hurt his toe, got a little blood underneath his toenail, limping around a little bit. He should be okay.
You've been talking highly of Ryan Grant since rookie camp. Mm-hmm. Has he advanced to the point where you're looking at he's gone from a project to being somebody who you might count on to play some key snaps on game days?
No question. He's already proven that he's capable of moving into that role. It's just that we have 3 pretty good players in front of him right now, and Aldrich's actually having a really good camp also. Between Aldrich and Ryan Grant, those 2 guys are probably performing the best of the receiving corps because of Pierre's injury and Deshaun's injury. So it's great to have depth at that position. Like I said, when Deshaun runs deep, to be able to put in Ryan Grant or Aldrick Robinson and be fresh and have that type of depth at the receiver position is really, really exciting.
Obviously, a lot of hype surrounding Robert, Deshaun. But what stood out to you about Alfred Morris in training camp so far?
Alfred is steady Eddie. He just comes to work every day. He makes his reads, makes his cuts, does what he's supposed to do. And he's just an impressive kid from the word. I mean, just everything about him is impressive to me. The way he prepares, the way he works, the way he practices. You never hear a peep from him. If I throw the ball 10 times in a row in practice and he's in there, he doesn't say a word. You know, a lot of guys will be ripping their chin strap off, give me the ball. But Alfred is a total team player and a total class act, and he'll get his touches. No worries about that.
Yes, on special teams. What did you know about Adam Hayward coming in? Why did you bring him in? And is there a perceptible impact he's making in the unit?
He was at Tampa when I was there, and, of course, Raheem coached him at Tampa, and we knew all about his background as far as being a linebacker, but also his special team strength of special teams. He's special team captain for the last 3 years, and when you needed to upgrade the special teams as far as looking at free agency, he didn't have the big name in free agency, but he had the big splash for us. We needed somebody to come in here and be a leader, take that group by the throat, not just Coach Kotwika, but a player, and I know what type of accountability he holds for the players on that group, and he was a very important signing for us.
Haven't seen much yet with Philip Thomas being back. Did you notice anything about him today?
I noticed he was on the field, which was good. Yeah, I saw him on the field. He made some plays. He looked like he was moving fine, and I don't think he had any recurring injury from it. So, you know, that's the first step, is to make sure you go out there, practice, and then if there's no soreness, then we know we're on the right track. You're getting him 100%. So he's got to continue getting treatment, make sure it's getting stronger, but he did go out there today and look like he was fine. I have to watch the tape, though.
Jay, we can watch the pass protection drills and see who's winning, who's doing what. How do you see the running backs in the game or in the game-like settings, how they're faring in that area?
In pass catching?
Pass protection.
Pass protection? Yeah, that pass protection, they're practicing that. Anytime we have pads on, we're going to work on that, and it's good for them. But, you know, they all need to improve. Obviously, it's a tough drill. They're put on an island with, you know what I mean? But all we're doing is trying to teach fundamentals, their base, their footwork, all that good stuff, and they're as long as they got that down on game day, I think Roy Hallou's doing a much better job. I feel most confident probably with him on third down, you know, other than Alfred. Chris Thompson obviously has been out. Seastrunk's got a little ways to go, and Silas Red's doing a much better job coming in here. So, and then Royster's done some good things. So all of them are competing okay. It's just a matter of getting them out there and picking up some blitzes and see how they do if they stick their face in there and protect. And we'll go from there and make the decision.
Have you not seen enough of those guys in protection, those game-like settings, to really have a better feel for them?
Yeah, we got to see some more game situations, so that'll come. I know that Cleveland has a tendency to blitz a little bit. If I remember from Buffalo, he was coach at Buffalo last year, so they'll get their share of pickups this week.
Coach, after a game, you look at the film and break down what you want to improve with the team. Is there anything that you take away from your experience in the first game that you want to do different in this second game, or anything that you would critique yourself on?
I think, yes, there's a lot, really, just simple things. Pre-game warm-up I need to fix a little bit. I need to fix my game day awareness, just having a headset on, and sometimes I get so focused in on offense and what's going on. I'm reading the iPad thing and looking at the plays that there's a game going out there I got to watch, you know. So there's things like that I need to focus in on a little bit more. And the preseason games are equally as important for the coaches as they are for the players. So it's a great experience for me, and I know I got a long way to go to improve myself. But just little things, just simple awareness things, and being able to communicate and see what's going on.
With Chris Baker getting a pretty nice contract and Jason Hatcher coming in, looks like Jarvis Jenkins had been challenged by the organization pretty much. How has he responded to that, and how's he doing this year?
Jarvis has done well. You know, he's had his days where he's really done well. He's excited us, and he's had some days where it looked like he was a little lethargic or maybe out of shape, like I mentioned when New England came into town. But he's really, I challenged him a little bit on that, and he's really taken it personally. In the last 4 or 5 practices, he's done extremely well. He had a little bit of a shoulder, but he's okay, and he's battling through that. But he's one of those guys that we have to get a lot of production from, not only stop and run, but also in the pass rush part of it. And he's got the ability to do it. We just got to try to consistently get him rolling, and so far he's on the right track, I think. And we're excited about what he can do as far as rushing the passer.
So far, it looks like Robert and the offense, they haven't been able to string together a bunch of days where they're clicking, like you said, either they're on and the defense is better. Is that concerning to you, and what do you do to try to build some continuity and forward progress with them?
For the offense?
Yeah.
Well, we've had some good days, and we've got a good defense out there. Every play is not going to work to perfection. They're competing also for their lives and their jobs. So, Coach Haslett's got a great scheme back there, and certain concepts aren't very good for certain coverages, but I think Robert's doing a good job. I think overall he's seeing some things, and the last 2 or 3 days I've been very, very impressed with his progression. And it's just a matter, that's what quarterbacks have to do. They have to continue to progress and not take that step backwards and have a bad play maybe, but eliminate it from your mind and move forward and focus in on the next one. So we're just going to continue to monitor him, continue to coach him, and hopefully get him ready for Houston at a high level.
Coach, just a roster question for you, knowing that the wide receiver position, the competition is so high. Have you considered, because you pointed out that Ryan Grant and Aldrich have been, camp studs, so to speak, in the wide receiver spot. Have you considered keeping Hankerson on the PUP maybe for a few weeks into the season to keep Moss on the roster?
Well, that's a thought. We just have to see if he's healthy or not. If he's not healthy, then that obviously will be an option. So we have to wait and see when he gets cleared from the doctors, and I'm not sure when that's going to be yet. He's doing very well. He's making progress. I see him doing more and more every day. But that'll be up to Dr. Andrews, Larry, and Leonard.
I'm curious, what pregame thing do you need to change?
Just little things like how long we're out there for stretch and one-on-ones and all that stuff. Just a couple things that I didn't feel comfortable about. Certain things you don't really think about with pregame warm-ups. One of them. Pregame warm-up. Yeah, I don't think anybody noticed anything. I just felt like it was a little weird, but I got to get it fixed.
Jay, going back to Robert, you talked about you've been pleased with some of the progressions. What are some little things that maybe you're starting to see him get that might not be as noticeable to other people, but that you're seeing?
I think just the entire scope of the position. He's calling plays faster in the huddle. He's got a better command of the game, the snap count, all those little things go into playing a position. They're very, very important. How he handles dummy counts and snap counts, quick counts, hard counts, and then his progression from being able to change the protection from one side to the other, whatever he has to do, just a total understanding of the game other than you see passes fly in the air, complete or incomplete, great, but playing quarterback's a lot more than throwing a football. It's getting into the right run. It's handling formation, handling the clock in 2 minutes, all these things that he's starting to understand the total big picture of the game, and I'm excited about his progress already.
Thanks, Coach.
All righty, thank you.